Come on.
What more do you want from me?
The name is Law Nation. And as the room fill up, be sure to hit the like, share this content. Let a friend or a neighbor know where to go when it's time to tune in to Cowboys Sports Talk and beyond. Come on. Mama said, there'll be days just like this. Cowboys offense, defense. Enough said. Let's get it, baby. The grind for your mind, the offseason time, baby. Stand tall or not at all, baby. One way or another, yeah. Come on. They say ain't no party like a Law Nation party. But what about a Law Nation rule? Who run it? And who run it? Come on, baby. Let's get it. Yo.
What more do you want?
Let's get it. 5. Give me a 1 in the chat if the audio is straight. Give me a 1 in the chat if the audio is straight. Come on, baby. If you don't like Law Nation,
You must be out of your goddamn mind.
come on with it. Come on. 5, 4, 3, 2, and come on. All right. What's good with y'all, man? Appreciate everybody for tuning in. The name is Law Nation. I see y'all in the chat, man. Thank everybody. Appreciate all of y'all. Love, support. Shout out to you, Ryan. Shout out to you, Montgomery. Appreciate you. Holly, I see you as well. Twiz, Nubian, Alpha, Mason, Sadiq. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. Swain and things. I see you, fam. Appreciate you. And let's get it. Appreciate you, Coach Marv. All right, so the Dallas Cowboys, you know, we're shaking the tree to see what can fall out of it, but there been a few people talking about the Cowboys during the offseason, and the name Dak Prescott came up about a lot of times. And on top of that, there was a great episode with Mina Kimes and Danny Jim, David Hellman. So shout out to you, Mitty. Appreciate you. So we're going to go over a few of those things. Also in current event, Dak Prescott out there dancing. He hit him with the flex or what have you. Shout out to that. Seeing the brother being able to be relaxed and keep things going, it's a good thing right there, ladies and gentlemen. And on top of that, let me see. Yeah. That's him dancing with the ladies or what have you, and his boo thing. And he had to flip back around and make sure he got back on the right page with it. So shout out to Dak Prescott. The off season is long, baby. It is long, baby. Talking about longer than Shaq's feet. But one of the things that I want to get to will be right to the jump. Mina Kimes, she had a podcast and she was talking about like the inefficiencies of a few things. And we're going to listen in to that, right? And then we're going to talk about our sponsors, Prize Picks. And if you are new to the nation or what have you, check out Prize Picks. The information is in the description box. Download Prize Picks. Use promo code LAW. And 100% of your deposit will be matched up to $100. And by using Law Nation's code, you are help building the nation as well. So I appreciate each and every last one of you all for tuning in. All right. So, and shout out to Prize Picks too, by the way. You know, let's get to it.
The Cowboys have one of the best receivers in the NFL.
Yeah,
CeeDee
here.
Lamb. Unbelievable.
Mm-hmm.
The Packers do not have a top 10, top 15 receiver, you could argue. But you saw in that game, oh man, it would be nice to have a CeeDee Lamb, but it's really nice to have a lot of really good receivers, a lot of really good skill players. And I looked at the ESPN receiver metrics, which I really like, and Lamb was 4th, which checks out. And the Cowboys didn't have a single other player, receiver or tight end, who finished in the top 80 outside of CeeDee Lamb. Brandon Cooks was 87th. Whereas Green Bay, Wicks was 17, Dobbs was 17, they tied. Watson was 35. Even Jaden Reed finished in the top 80. And it kind of got me thinking, like, ooh, like, Dallas really, really suffers, I think, from not having a reliable number 2. And
Ooh-wee. Shout out to you, Adrian. Adrian Lopez, appreciate you, man. Thank you so much for your support. $10 super chat. Oh my goodness, there's so much we can dive into it. And some of you guys will say, hey, we had 9 All-Pros. Yeah, you had 9 All-Pros. But sometimes you got to have other weapons. And hear me out. When they say top heavy, that's just what it is. We were absolutely top heavy. Go ahead, listen to
Adrian Lopez, $10.
Appreciate you, Adrian. Appreciate you. So when you're top heavy, you got nothing on the backside. You got little legs. She's top heavy. Oh, excuse me, wrong version of that analogy there. But what I'm saying is that we were top heavy, and when CeeDee Lamb was taken out of the mix, there were no one else, not even in the range of top 80. There's 32 teams in the National Football League, right? And on top of that, you got to be able to I would rather have a bunch of guys that's ranked in between versus just having one. Would you rather have one gun, one bullet in the chamber, or you rather have some multiple bullets? That's what I'm trying to say. And that's just what it is. So let's listen to the rest of this, because she is speaking so much of what we've been saying. Like, yeah, Cowboys, we can go 12-5. We can go 12-5. But who can be that person that can get us over the top? Who can be that extra person? Yeah, CeeDee Lamb and Dak Prescott. Yeah, they were working things out wonderfully. But there were a ton of people that was hitting us up way before the trade deadline and said, hey, man, this Brandon Cooks, man, he ain't really cooking. You know, what's going on with him, you know? And Michael Gallup, hey, he cool and all, but nobody respect Michael Gallup. Come on. And, hey, you know, Law, we need everybody, mama, uncle, cousin to win. Yeah, you need everybody, mama, uncle, cousin to win. When Debo, let me just use the 49ers for example. Just as only for example. When Debo is shut down and can't get around, Ayuk is there. Hello, I'm here. And when Ayuk and Debo is not moving, Kittles is there, right? And if that is still like old bags of chips, hey, let's reach into this other bag over here and we can utilize and use CMC. And if CMC is not going, we'll put Debo in the backfield, right? So also, there's a saying, well, what about the Kansas City Chiefs? They don't have a plethora of weapons there. It's Pat Mahomes and it's Travis Kelce. When you have a tight end of the kind of caliber of Travis Kelce, it's automatic mismatch. Are you going to put a linebacker on him? Are you going to roll your safety over the top over him? It's going to compromise, and they've been within the confines of that system, not for a short time, but for a long time. And they will make you pay when you take the linebacker off the field and add an extra safety to cover Travis Kelce, because then you got this dude that's able to get these crazy yards. Isaiah, he's able to gash you for 4 and 5 yards. And the craziest thing of it all, let's break this down. I want y'all to look this up. In Tom Brady's career, And Tom Brady been playing for a long time. Touchdowns off of screen passes, he's right at 31 in his entirety of his career. How many years Tom Brady been playing in the National Football League, ladies and gentlemen? All right, so for me to move this conversation, how about that even Patrick Mahomes, for his entirety of his career, he had 40 touchdowns off of screen passes. 40. So they let you know that they got a well-oiled machine over there. If you want to do the comparisons and analysis of how Andy Reid got safety valves, he got leak outs, he got capabilities so that if they are rolling coverage, if they are bracketing coveraging Travis Kelce, I can leak out my running back. I can design a screen to alleviate some of the things. How come one of the better throwers of the balls, pause if necessary, have safety valves, have relief valves, right? Look it up. He had 40 touchdowns in his career off of screen passes. And Tom Brady only have 30. And I can only probably tell y'all that the Cowboys, they probably have less than 10 from Dak Prescott from screen passes, meaning that you throw a ball for 3 or 4 yards and the running back takes it upfield and score a touchdown. Shout out to you, Johnson. Appreciate you so much. I don't think I ever seen your name before in the Super Chat world, but your name will be entered in to win this glorious helmet. Yes, indeed. Come on with it. Yes, indeed. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your support. Shout out to you, man, for helping me out with the Oxnard Fund. Let's listen to the rest of this. Yeah.
Brandon Cooks came in. He was supposed to be that guy, and he just really was not for much of the season for mysterious reasons. So I look ahead to this year, and they're really just running it back. We'll see if they can get more out of, Jalen Tolbert, I guess, steps up as a number 3 with Gallup out. And Jake Ferguson is a good tight end, no doubt.
No doubt.
I do wonder if the whole build is just a little too top heavy compared to a team like Green Bay, where you really saw that sort of democratization of the offense work in its favor.
I tell people all the time, look through.
Let the AI speak. Appreciate you again, Lewis.
Louis Johnson, $10. Enjoy the content law DC4L.
Appreciate you, man, so much. Let me give you another horn if possible, man. Come on with it. To be fair to Cooks, Dak and Cook wasn't on the same page. I think that Dak overshot him up several times. He was throwing the ball to the moon, the stars. I'm saying, man, Cook ain't number 5'8", 5'9". Come on, man. Hey, you throwing the ball like he's Shaq over there, so they wasn't on the same page. But for them to be able to still gather about 8 to 9 touchdowns, that was everything. I think that, and injuries did play a little role. But as a GM or as a owner of the team, you're supposed to be able to forecast those things and say, all right, cool. I need to go out there and go grab another guy, right? I need to get me a playmaker because I'm trying to win. I ain't trying to lose. I'm trying to win. And trying to win with youth is a very difficult thing, ladies and gentlemen. The beauty of Shanahan's offense, and this is another super chat from my guy, Glenn Capers. Appreciate you, man. Thank you for your support. He says the beauty of the Shanahan's offense is that they can run or pass out of any formation. Yeah, and they give you the same formation multitudes of times, too. My brother always brag about that. Mike McCarthy gives away half of his plays on pre-snap. Coaching matters, too. Yeah, I agree. Damn! Yeah, you're right with that. When you look at certain sets and you look at, okay, this is wing formation. Okay, all right. Now we're seeing double tight ends. Okay. Oh, wow, they running out of it. They throwing out of it. Oh, it's a wheel route. So, yeah, you want to throw in some wrinkles, right? I think that the games that we were able to control most of the offense, we did a lot of motions. There were a few people who went back and looked at some tape, Dallas Cowboys versus Green Bay. We were saying, hey, what happened to all of that motion stuff, man? Why give them a look and keep it, right? So let's mix this thing up. Motion. Yeah, motion a little bit better, So those were some of the warts there. Would you prefer to have Mike McCarthy's offense or Kellen Moore at this point? We would say to ourselves, Mike McCarthy's offense made a little bit more sense than what we've seen previously out of Kellen Moore. Right? And Kellen Moore, to be, 1,000 with y'all, he was a coach that was here. They had to learn on the fly, going through growing pains, right? So last year, without Kellen Moore, right, we had to still do some installments. And if anybody's seen anybody's playbook, that playbook is not a small one, right, when you're doing installments. So it takes time for all of that stuff to gel. Jay Versick, appreciate you, man. We all know it's Dancing Dak fault. Yeah. Yeah, it is. It's Dancing Dak fault, man. Dak Prescott fault. Yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah.
The NFC, and I'm just talking about skill players here. Where would you rank the Cowboys? And I don't think the answer is all that high. Like, you're taking Philly over them. You're taking the totality of what Green Bay has, especially with Josh Jacobs now on the roster. I think you're taking Green Bay over them. You're obviously taking San Francisco. You're taking Detroit. Again, the totality of like the two running backs, Sam Laporta, Amon-Ra St. Brown. I think you're probably taking what the Rams have over that. And it's not to say CeeDee Lamb's not amazing. I think he's a top 5 receiver in the NFL. But to this point, I'm very high on Jake Ferguson. I will say that. I think his arrow is trending up, but I don't think it's enough, and I don't think it has been enough.
All right, so that was a good show from them, and then we're gonna tie into what they said about defense. I want to go to the main conversational piece about what James had to say, James Jones. But I feel as if, though, we can just close out with that conversation and just skip back over to what they had to say about the defense, right? And then we'll go to that part of the conversation. Yeah. But what they're saying basically, yes, CeeDee Lamb is good. Oh, yes, he's good. But we needed someone else to be able to be a factor. Right, and somebody can argue, well, Michael Gallup, he did show up in that game, right? But let's be real. We talking about a true factor. Hey, Law, why you said we need more and more weapons? Why we saying we need more and more pieces? I don't know for sure how many we would have won with the absence of Alvin Harper back in the day. Alvin Harper was really good for his role and his duty, right? So you need that counter. You need other pieces. I get it. You got your main pieces and you got your ancillaries. But at the end of the day, the Cowboys, they tend to depend a little bit too much on some of the youth and some of the guys, what we all say are our own guys. The Cowboys, in order to get over the top, they're going to have to look at things differently in the future. That's all we're saying. Let me see if I can pull this up. Appreciate everybody.
I think if I'm ranking the list of issues, it's certainly below offensive line.
Y'all hear audio?
I would argue it's below the lack of a number 2, which we just talked about. But they're rolling into the season at the moment. Ezekiel Elliott, Rico Dowdle, and I guess Royce Freeman is maybe on the right.
Royce Freeman is there, yes. Don't forget Deuce Vaughn, everybody's favorite, the small running back. The short king, the king of the short kings, if you will.
It's not great, man. It's not great, especially because I guess is Tyler Guyton penciled in at left tackle at this point?
What's the other choice? Yeah, I mean, the laundry list of things that should scare you about the Cowboys. It is a laundry list. I mean, yeah, Tyler Guyton is really the only option at left tackle. You're either talking about Brock Hoffman, second-year undrafted free agent, or Cooper Beebe, who has never played center, as your day one center. Yeah, I mean, like, there's a lot of talent on this team, but there are a lot of questions in some very key places.
Yeah, I mean, we can't express fear about the Commanders' offensive line and not acknowledge also that the Cowboys are really going to roll out some youth there on that offensive line. And that would probably be the biggest concern I have about this entire offense and whether or not.
Before we go a little bit further, let me know if the audio is straight. This clip is about 10 to 15 minutes long, and I'm gonna try to give you guys my thoughts on everything. The offensive line itself is the unknown. We don't know. Basically, it is literally.
Well, what I'm saying is that there are known knowns and that there are known unknowns, but there's also unknown unknowns. Things we don't know that we don't know.
We don't know. I'm a very optimistic person. Ain't this right, Action? Right? If he's watching, I'm a very optimistic person. I really think and that could be one of my weaknesses, right? I seek to look into the good of people before I see the bad. Some people look into the bad of people before they even admit the good in folks, right? So what I'm saying is basically, I like to give people multitudes of chances, right? But don't take the kindness for weakness, right? That's just the spirit of mine. I think that just whatever zodiac or whatever soul that I have, or flavor that I have, right? So when you start thinking of these type of things, like how far can Tyler Guyton really go? Well, I'm going to say this. Here's how it looks. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt and give him a 100, right? Giving him a 100. I give everybody 100. But when they start showing me things, one of the greatest assets of Law Nation Sports is I will take those things away. I would say, hey, he got late hands. Hey, his legs and his power's not there, right? But there are some people that will watch this. There are some people that will watch this, right? And then they will say to you all, he's automatically trash. That's never been my flavor, right? I start everybody off with 100. Everybody got a passing grade. Now it's up to you to keep that passing grade. That's my philosophy. Some of you guys may look at it and say, hey, everybody got a 0. You got to earn every grain of salt before me to even recognize you, which is cool. There's no right or wrong way to eat a Reese's, right? Yeah. Ice Cold said 3 strikes for him, right? I like that approach too. 3 strikes, the baseball rule, right? Let's go.
Things could go belly up there. I'm more optimistic about the defense. I actually ranked them very high in my top 10 defenses pod. Got a little bit of blowback there, which kind of confused me because I was like, wait, everybody's pretty much back, and you get Trevon Diggs back, and you finally have some linebackers. I think the question of what those linebackers are is an open one, but they are men who play the linebacker position on this team, which is huge. And you have Mike Zimmer, who is a very good defensive coach. How do you regard this defense? Do you see them the way I do, or is there anything that concerns you about this?
I willingly acknowledge, again, like I worked there for a long time. I've covered the team for a decade. Like I might be a little too close to the situation, but I don't see the optimism. I guess let's frame it in context. Like this is still a good defense. Like they were one of the best in the NFL last year. Playoffs notwithstanding, they kind of dipped over the last 5-6 weeks of the season. Still a good defense. Like this is not a train wreck situation, but did they fix arguably the 2 biggest problems from last year? I would argue no. They have 1 defensive tackle that's done anything in the NFL. Jonathan Hankins plays in Seattle now. Oso Odigizua, good player. That's about it. I mean, Mozzie Smith has done nothing as of yet. They drafted a guy in the 7th round. His name is in front of me somewhere. Justin Rogers. Yeah. And like Eric Kendricks is a good player who's played with Zim for a long time, but other than him, the linebacker core hardly seems fixed to me. You gave all your edge rushing depth, and quietly, that was a big thing for the Cowboys like Micah and DeMarcus Lawrence are great, but then you got 3 other guys who can fill in for them. Well, now Dorrance Armstrong and Dante Fowler are gone. Mm-hmm. Leighton Vander Esch obviously has dealt with injuries, but that's just another veteran guy who's been good for you, who has retired. And again, this goes back to me being around this team too long, but the Cowboys have a nasty track record of guys coming off of major injury. Michael Gallup didn't do it very well. Terrence Steele really struggled last year. So all respect to Trayvon Diggs, I'm not rooting against you, man, but I can't just pencil him back in as an all-pro caliber player, at least until I've seen what he looks like. So that's a long way of saying I have my concerns.
All right, so let me add 2.
Well, what I'm saying is that there are known knowns and that there are known unknowns, but there's also unknown unknowns. Things we don't know that we don't know.
Okay, so what I'm going to say here, we are missing an interior guy. Now, before we throw the baby out with the bath water, we got to at least see what Rodgers can do and what Denzel Jackson can do. We already understand to a degree what Carl Davis is all about. You know, we already understand who he is. He's been in the league for a minute, right? And coming off of an injury or recovering now is Trayvon Diggs. We got to hold our expectations. I'm saying that basically, even in the film that I talked about earlier today, that I'm telling you guys to at least bring in a veteran to alleviate some of the things so you don't have to rush Diggs, and then let him be week 4, week 5 guy, right? Or slowly integrate him into the system. But as David Hellman was saying, basically, you know, players that's coming off of an injury, they tend to have a slow start. Outside of Dak Prescott, by the way, people fail to realize that he came into 2021 off of an injury and had a hell of a start, right? But that's neither here nor there. I think that collectively, the Cowboys will go and grab someone 2 weeks probably into the Oxnard deal, or they wait for guys to get cut and they're going to bring in a veteran interior guy. It's not a household name. This is what the Cowboys do, by the way. That's just what it is. Now, ultimately, I will be doing backflips if they go and make a trade acquisition for someone who pretty much can earn his ground, but that's not how we work as well. So those are things that you can have clear reservations on, and you shouldn't be called a hater, you know, if you're having reservations about this team in that department. Sidney Jones, appreciate you, man. He says, when in the last 2 years has the offensive line been stable? Dak can play well enough with a mediocre offensive line, run the ball, stop the run, and they can win. Now, Sidney, I do agree with that. But here's my only thing is, we never had a rookie left tackle outside of, let me say it this way, we never had 2 rookies on the offensive line and a rookie left tackle like a Tyler Guyton, who came off of a year playing at right side. Now he's playing left side. And when Tyler Smith played rookie at left tackle, we still had veteran guys on this particular front. So that's the only thing. We're going to have a multitude of rookies out here. Now, to save face, I'm with the belief if Brock Hoffman and Cooper Beebe is like this, or one like this, one like that, you might as well put Cooper Beebe in there. You might as well.
Well, shoot.
I mean, like I said, the talent is still there, and
No. I think your points are very well taken, and a lot of my optimistic case not only relies on Diggs returning to form, but also just like some of these linebackers working out. Overshown, Kendricks. I know they drafted Maris Liafu, it'd probably be more special teams. And they really got to get something out of Mike.
It's crazy. I got breaking news.
Yes.
Who has been a non-factor.
Oh, man, I got breaking news. Oh, my goodness. Yeah. Sexy Red. No. All right, we got breaking news. Jerry Jones. Jerry Jones is agreeing with the woman who says he is her dad is valid. Hey.
Sometimes you gotta pop out and show certified boogeyman. I'm the one that up to score with him. Walking down whole time, I know he got some hoe in him.
So with that being said, Jerry, you are the father. Now, granted, she gonna have to work in the contract. Now, I'm not gonna click on that article, but you guys can search around and look around and say to yourself, all right, is this something? Where is that? Hold on. And pull it up all the way. So, according to Dallas Morning News, breaking, judge rules Jerry Jones' agreement with woman who says he is her dad is a valid contract. So, with that being said, Jerry, Mari passed away, right? May he rest in peace. If not, then hope all is well with him. Jerry, you are the father. Oh my gosh, man! I can see Gene Jones running down the hall like, you mother sucker. Oh my goodness, pull-out game. Isaiah week. Now,
Thief! Stop, thief! Come back, thief!
Now, Jerry, don't send your snipers after me now. So, do she get a piece of the franchise? Do she get a piece? Do she get like a room up there, like an executive suite, and say, Charlotte, hey, you got a little sister now? Do she get something? Just get a little piece of the star or something like that? A wing, something like that. She got some money, boy. Yeah, T-Jack, man. Hey, what's good, man? Swain and things. Brian Bradford. Hey, I heard she's a bachelorette. You may want to go out there and holler at her. That's how you get in with the family. Riggs, JB. Oh my God. Riggs. All right. Let's have a specialized huddle right here, y'all. Let's have a specialized huddle. She's a single lady, allegedly. And some of y'all are eligible, to get in. So you got to get into the family, man. So all I need for y'all to do is get in. To get in with her, send her, they got Ruth Chris. They got Ocean Prime downtown. They got Perry's. It's really nice. Morton's. So you get in with her, and then you'll get in with the family, and then you just slide on in. You know what I mean? And then you can say, "Hey, Law Nation, I've been looking out for you, man. I've been watching your channel, man. I want to be able to support you. And here's a whole suite, man, down here at the Star in Frisco at the Arlington Stadium, man. And man, we'll be on our way, man. We'll be on our way. Come on, baby." Yeah. Too much glory.
I want me some glory.
Oh, my goodness, man. All right, so that's the breaking news for right now, man. So shout out to Papa Jerry.
Factor for them, particularly because the run.
Oh, my God. Thomas Johnson says, does 105.3 have her on the line yet? Yeah, they probably ain't going to talk about it that much, man. But shout out to Jerry, man. Papa was a rolling stone. But to be fair to Jerry, right? To be fair, this may ease some of his, anxieties and pressures, man. Sometimes, man, when you're going through legal situations and you're going back and forth, like, I'm not your daddy, And she said, boy, I got your eyes, I got your nose, eyes and ears. Come on, man. I'm your daughter. Come on, man. And now that it's all said and done, just embrace her, man. Life is too short, man. You 80-something years of age. I mean, life is precious. She got her whole life ahead of her. You got more years behind you than in front of you. allegedly. We don't know. And just embrace her, man. You just don't know, man, how that could be the damn curse. I heard she was born in 96, 97. That could be the curse. Yeah, that could be the curse, right? That could be the curse, literally. So, yeah. So, man, just embrace her, man. Accept her, and just let her know that, like, hey, man, we all make our mistakes. And it's in the words of Jennifer Jeter right here, all in. Go all in. Be a happy pappy. Yeah. Jerry had some hawk to her. Yeah.
Oh, you gotta give him that hawk to it and spit on that.
The run defense is funny. Like, it wasn't. They actually finished 10th in EPA per play.
Let me rewind because I'm throwing off a little bit. But you are right, VA boys, because she was a consequences of the Super Bowl party. Yeah.
Michael Gallup didn't do it very well. Terrence Steele really struggled last year. So all respect to Trayvon Diggs, I'm not rooting against you, man, but I can't just pencil him back in as an all-pro caliber player, at least until I've seen what he looks like. So that's a long way of saying I have my concerns.
Well, shoot.
I mean, like I said, the talent is still there, and
No. I think your points are very well taken, and a lot of my optimistic case not only relies on Diggs returning to form, but also just like some of these linebackers working out. Overshown, Kendricks. I know they drafted Maris Liafu, probably more special teams, and they really got to get something out of Mozzie Smith.
Yes,
who has been a non-factor for them, particularly because like the run defense is funny. Like, it wasn't. They actually finished 10th in EPA per play against the run, but 30th in success rate. And as you know, that discrepancy means they didn't allow like huge runs at the second level, etc. But on a down-to-down basis, too many 4, 5, 6 yard runs, and that a lot of that has to do with that front seven. I do think that's where Mike Zimmer can contribute a lot to this.
Man, she was cooking, man. That girl cooking. I heard a podcast, not going to say the name of it, but they was like, yeah, man, the Cowboys wasn't bad against the run. They finished 10th. That's top 10 against the run. But then when she said that other stat line, 30th, because you got to understand, ladies and gentlemen, that some teams were not able to run because, shoot, we already leading by 10, 20 points, right? So that's why I say, man, some of those all-pro stuff, man, it can be inflated. Not to take away from their all-pro status, too, by the way. But who was all-pro on stopping the run? Who was all-pro on running the ball? That's what I've been trying to tell y'all, man. Eastside Harold, baby. I see you in the chat, man.
This is where we hold them.
He a fan. He a fan. He a fan. He a fan. He a fan here.
Damn, Sway. Sway, come on, man. Shit. Sway, man, you crazy, man. Oh, my gosh, man.
This defense, and I don't think, like with Quinn and the staff last year, it was really personnel. They just ran out of dudes. I can't, you know that. But they do need these young players to contribute, which is, a bit of speculation.
I think,
watch this part.
This is the Cowboys' problem because they refuse to play the free agency game, obviously. I think they spent like $15 million in free agency this year, which was somehow they spent $25 million less than the New Orleans Saints, who created
Listen properly.
Hill. So I don't know how you do that, but the problem with that is you need your draft picks to hit, and you need them to do it quickly when you play that way. And to their credit, the Cowboys have been very good at that. But then you go look at last year's draft class. They got nothing from nobody. Like, not a single player in last year's class contributed to 2023 in a meaningful way. And A, they need some of those guys to do something this year, and B, they need the rookies to not have that happen again. I mean, you can't have Tyler Guyton and Cooper Beebe be also ran players and expect this season to go any different. It's just, I mean, it's a lot of pressure to put on rookies, but that's the world that we're living in right now.
The other thing is, if this offense is not quite as much of a buzzsaw as they were last year, I think we expect some regression there. The defense is not going to be able to just get after the quarterback the way, because of game script. They're going to have to stop the run a little bit more this season. I think they really benefited last year from playing with a world-beating offense. Wow, I wish I talked to you before. Now I'm like really second guessing my.
No, don't second guess me. Don't second guess. Tiny Jim, he's a good guy, but he spit some truth. If you're gonna lean on that, just be prepared. Just be prepared to get. Hold on. Yeah. I'm turning it down. If you leaning on. Okay, I'm leaning on this youth. I'm leaning on all my draft guys. I'm leaning on my in-house guys. You will have those problems. And sometimes when I say it, people think of it like, hey, man, this dude just saying things, man, for excuses. But when someone else say it, hopefully, man, you guys can pick up the pieces and add to. Josh says, let's petition for Jerry New Kid for GM and boot Steven out of there. Shoot. It ain't gonna happen, man. Shoot. They don't even give her the keys to the building yet. I don't think she got season ticket passes, so she got an uphill battle, man. Shoot. They literally saying
they not like us.
She not like us. She not like us. That's what they doing. She not like us, man. But give her a documentary series or something like that. And hey, that will work. But yeah, Ice Coast that lost the GM for real. Appreciate you, man. I thank you so much. But yeah, she's still paying the park, man. But I got all hope and confidence that she will finally get her praises and her true worth, value, and all of that great stuff. As far as family legacy, and just help out, let her get things going. Here's what David Hellman really said: is that last year none of the guys contribute at all, right? Now, there was one guy, and this is what saved the Joneses all the time. He wasn't drafted, but I bet you know his name, and y'all put it down in the chat. Oh, my goodness, man. He wasn't drafted. His name started with a B. Yeah, can y'all put his name? He do a lot of kicking. Can y'all put his name down? I know y'all know his name. Come on, man. Come on. I know y'all know his name. That was saved the Joneses, man. To my last year, Brad, that's incorrect. To my last year, he wasn't drafted. Brandon Aubrey. Yeah, Fresh King and Ice Cold. Aubrey, yeah. He came out of nowhere, and that's the power of this particular team. They do a fantastic job on finding guys. I think that out of all of the guys who we had, Mozzie, we had Schoonmaker. They tried to politically put Schoonmaker in there. Y'all remember we get into the red zone. They try to put Schoon out there to be a target, and that's a whole disaster conversation there. And shout out to my guy Darius, who always point out like, hey, we should have got the Hyatt kid, Jalen Hyatt over Schoonmaker. And I don't know what this team would look like with CeeDee Lamb, Jalen Hyatt, Jalen Tolbert. I don't know. And Kevontae Turpin. I don't know. I like Jalen Hyatt speed or what have you. But I think that right there they should have went with their running back. They should have drafted a running back. Was A-Chain available? What this team would have looked like with a – and I know we can't put toothpaste back into a tube easily, right? Hyatt is overrated. Okay, hey. But what I'm saying is that when you lean on those people, the rookies, the youth, then you get what you get. Appreciate you, man. Is it Clavich? However you say that. Appreciate you for the $1.99. Your name is entered in for the drawing. Yeah. A-Chain was available at that time. Yeah. Hindsight 2020. A-Chain right now in the second. Oh, my goodness. Oh, yeah. You would have moved on from Tony this year. So your backfield would look like A-Chain. Maybe you still scoop up Ezekiel Elliott, Enrico. I think that would look good. All right, so let's go with the main conversational piece. Sometimes you can be hated so much that after it's all said and done, you start to appreciate that person that you very much so thought that you hated. I kind of look at Dak Prescott to a degree, whereas he has been overanalyzed, and it's because he got the silver and blue and the star on the side of his helmet. For a long time, Detroit Lions were thinking like, hey, Matthew Stafford, he was a first-round draft pick. They had weapons for him. They had doggone dude that can jump out of the building, Megatron. They had good running backs. They done drafted some defensive guys, Sue and beyond, and they just never could get things done. He was considered the problem, but they gave him a little bit more grace and mercy. I think that Stafford was there. They always had weapons. The Lions always had weapons, by the way. They always had some shape, form, or fashion on defense, and they was always drafting early. And Stafford, to me, shout out to him. I see no fault in Stafford. I like Stafford. Matter of fact, when Stafford was young, boy, I couldn't stand Stafford. Boy, I couldn't stand him at all when he beat us. Y'all remember that game? He did the fake spike. He got all the way down to the 1 yard line and dove off in there. Right. So I was looking at revenge game back in 2014, right? When we beat them in the playoffs, right? The Lions, and somebody gave this analogy before, we are like the 49ers to the Lions, right? You know how we get to the playoffs and all of a sudden, or the Green Bay Packers, we're like them two teams to the Lions. I would have wished we would have played the Lions last season in the playoffs. We would have beat them. We got their numbers, baby. We do. Yeah. The Lions just can't beat the Cowboys. We figure out ways to freakishly win ever since that time frame on the earlier parts. I think it's ever since 2014, we've been dominating the Lions. Yeah, Stafford had Megatron. He had Galladay. He had Tate, Golden Tate. Can't stand Golden Tate. He had weapons, man. He had running backs that they done went and got Adula or whoever. I think at one point they got Reggie Bush. I don't know. I can't remember it all. But they went and got weapons for the Lions. Right. And he was rushed. People were saying, oh, man, Stafford can't win. And to a degree, it was wonderful seeing Stafford go to the Rams and to win a Super Bowl. But a lot of people don't do the comparisons analysis because it's not cute. They love to say Dak Prescott and Kirk Cousins are the same, right? But they don't really throw in Stafford because it takes away some of those points there as it relates to he got a Super Bowl ring. But don't you know if you do side-by-side numbers of Kirk Cousins and Stafford, they are very similar too. Yeah, so it's crazy. So that's all I'm saying with that, ladies and gentlemen, is don't get it twisted. Yeah. So, Action Power says, so, Law, you going to act like we didn't barely escape from them last year? Yeah. The 49ers, the last 2 times we played them in the postseason, it's not like they stumped us. They only won by 1 score. The first time we ran out of time, and on top of that, it took 14 penalties. No team in the history of the NFL won a playoff game with 14 penalties. We had 14 penalties, right? That was the time in 2021. And then in 2022, the pick 6 or whatever, the 2 INTs that Dak Prescott threw or what have you, it still was within reach. They didn't score their points until the 4th quarter. It was still a tight game. Right? So, yeah, I mean, it's not like, Yeah. So it's not like the 49ers been dominating us in the postseason. Now, they did beat the brakes off of us last year, week 5. And that took away all of my arguments with my brother. Yeah. But man, a win is a win, man. It goes down in the history book as that win. Shoot, give me a Super Bowl by 1 point. I'll be walking around, yeah, baby. Yeah, but let's listen to this audio right quick. This is audio. Yeah.
22 years before I ever showed up. Everybody blames Dak Prescott. If I'm Dak Prescott, I would want to leave so that we can finally find out the truth of the matter. Am I holding the Cowboys back, or are the Cowboys holding me back? If Dak Prescott goes to another organization and the Cowboys have success, then fans, you've gotten your answer. If Dak goes to another organization and Dak has success, then fans and Dak Prescott, you've gotten your answer. I think it does behoove Dak Prescott to go elsewhere so we can finally realize what's the reality behind the Dallas Cowboys shortcomings. So, James, I think he should want out. Where do you stand?
See, that's what they want. They scraping for content. They trying to get everything and anything out of that pot. Some of y'all believe in that. Like, yeah, let's get rid of Dak. We'll be better off, man. Come on, baby. Cooper Rush time. Cooper Rush season, right? Trade days, trigger trade. Yeah, let's start that over again. And let them go out there and draft a Paxton Lynch. Connor Cooks or whoever, Yeah, it's a zombie move. It's equivalent to saying, hey, yeah, let's get rid of Michael Parsons, man. He on the podcast too much. We can go find us another Fowler or Dorrance Armstrong. We don't need a Michael Parsons. Come on, man. We'd be better off, man.
No, I agree with you guys. I think he should want out. And the main reason he should want out is because you guys ain't really showed me that y'all really want me like that. First, you pay the running back before you pay me. Then now I'm coming off an all-pro year and you guys are saying, let's wait this thing out. So that's letting me know that y'all are really unsure about me. Y'all are really unsure about the money that you want to pay me coming off one of my best years ever as a Dallas Cowboys quarterback. So for me, you know what? Y'all go ahead and see if the grass is greener on the other side. Draft a quarterback. See if Trey Lance is the answer. Go out and get another quarterback in free agency, whatever it may be. But let me go. And I want to go see how my career would end up somewhere else, finishing my career off the right way. Because if Dak Prescott played the way he has played in Dallas, in Cleveland, we might be talking about Hall of Fame.
Woo! Sometimes you get those blessings. For a guy whose mom grew up not liking the Cowboys, but loving the Cowboys, for her to ultimately pass away, right? And you get drafted to said team that your mom rooted for every Sunday, every Monday night, Thursday night, or when there was Thursday night football, I guess, in that area. It was Cowboys. And for you to go to that team, to be the starting quarterback there, to hold that legacy for your family is everything, right? And the Cowboys got that out of Dak Prescott. He could be very disgruntled about a lot of things. He could be talking bad about the Joneses on how things are handled in a certain way. But they are blessed to fall into that situation. Some people are. Jerry Jones was blessed to have that, right? He could have had one of those women and said, that's your baby right there. She could have been at every game, every concert, every rally. Don't forget about yours right here. She next in line. That's your seed right there, Jerry. She could have been one of them women. Yeah. I was reading one of these ladies that got knocked up. She was talking about, hey, she can't feed her family with $80,000 a month. She need more money, more resources. There be some people like that. Can't feed my family with $80,000 a month on child support, for the child support. I wanted to up it. So not everybody is blessed to have someone who can be quiet, low key, give me a few dollars here and there, you know. Yeah. This is from your daddy. Oh, okay, all right, cool. You know, not everybody got that, you know. Action Powell says it's a thin line between personal and business. Dak agent won't allow him to mix the two, and you're 1,000% right with that. You see, Dak agent is that attorney saying, hey, say no more. Let me do the talking in this investigation or interrogation. Yeah. Common Sense Lab says, OG, I sent the 15-minute clip from Cam Newton on Jerry to your DM. Okay, I'm going to check it out, Common Sense. Appreciate you, man. Yeah. I'm going to check it out. Appreciate you so much, man. And your name is entered in for this helmet. Yeah. More money, more problems. I feel you.
He might be getting his jersey retired or something over there in Cleveland. I'm just saying the expectations is not this.
Like the Browns Hall of Fame? Like the Browns ring
you said, well, we can say that. The Browns ring of honor. But if he 12 wins in the playoffs, winning or losing.
In the street in Cleveland.
You understand what I'm saying? But since it's in Dallas, he gets talked about bad and all the blame goes to Dak Prescott. So Jerry Jones, you paid Zeke before me. Now you over here sitting back with all your people that work in the organization talking, is he the guy? No. Let him walk. Let him go see what else is out there, and the Dallas Cowboys figure the quarterback spot out.
Joy, let me ask James a question.
The thing is, y'all, not everybody wired like that, though. What motivates you? What pushed you to that edge? Some people can allow other people to be spitting on them, talking bad about them, lying on them, and keep that head straight. Some people, man, you can barely bump on them, man, and then be like, hey, we finna throw them hands. That's why when you get a certain age, you don't do certain things. When you in your 20s, you like to go to them clubs, man, where they pushing you around, throwing you around. Knuck if you buck, you know. I ain't scared. Some people like that. But when you're in your 40s, you want grown and sexy. You want to go to a spot where you can wear your jacket and your square toes. Maybe grab you a cigar. Somebody bump into you, you just brush it off. Right? But you ain't finna, because now you got equal to lose. But you go to some of these spots in your 20 and your 30, they got nothing to lose. Nothing to lose. Hey man, my Air Force Ones, man, I just bought them. Now you getting the swabbles over some Air Force Ones, right? Why would you wear your new shoes to the club? It's dark anyway. You know, nobody can be looking at your feet. Yeah. Jerry Jones at the Hawk Tour Club. Yeah. Italian said, yeah, excuse me, my bad player. My bad player. Keep it moving. So Jerry Jones got a guy like Dak Prescott that I'm old enough to remember in 2022 on the front end of the season, this dude that played football for the Dallas Cowboys against Tampa Bay Buccaneers. We lost that game, and it was a home game. And people were saying that the Cowboys would never be able to beat Tom Brady. Tom Brady got the Cowboys number. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers are so much superior than the Cowboys. And this man who broke his thumb, people were spitting upon him, throwing trash at him, saying that you suck, for the same people at the end of the year in a playoff game at Tampa Bay's crib. Now all of a sudden, those people to say to that same quarterback, oh man, that team is Methuselah age. Man, that team trash anyway. That team suck. But less than 6 months ago, y'all said that we would never be able to beat that team. That Dak Prescott would never be able to live to the heights of what Tom Brady is able to do. He would never beat Tom Brady. This team would never be able to get it going. For us to blow out Tampa Bay and for people to dismiss and say how anybody can do that. But just less than 6 or 7 months ago, the same fan base that say that they love this team, that they support this team, was balling up trash and throwing bottles at that quarterback. I can't make this stuff up. If he was anywhere, if he played for the Vikings, they would have loved him. If he played for the Browns, they would have rejoiced. If he played for any other team, outside of probably the Eagles or such, they would have been talking about, look at this man who broke his thumb earlier this season, made it back 12-5, and was able to yield his team or get this team in a playoff win. Yeah. That's our fan base, though. And that's the world. I was watching one story that a lady was in a store, a Dollar Tree. And I guess a guy was playing with himself and he kind of messed all over her. And I'm trying to piece together the story. So you mean to tell me you had enough time to take out your phone, hit record, and chase him? And keep the semen on your leg? You know, I'm trying to keep it PG-13. Like, I don't understand, like, this new age society. You got all these things in the store you could be throwing at them and working with them, you know what I'm saying? And making sure that you capture him. But you had enough time to say, wait a minute, what are you doing? No, let me pull out my phone. Oh, you got it on my leg. Let me chase it. Oh, you got it all over my leg. Come on, like what? Like what's going on with society? Murphy Anderson, and I'm not saying pause is necessary. I'm not saying that she is guilty or he's guilty or he's innocent and she's not, you know. But the story don't add up right. Have you ever been to Dollar Tree? You know, a Dollar General? They got stuff everywhere, but you can see that person on the aisle. Yo, Law, here's a little something for the road. Appreciate you, Murphy. Appreciate you, man. Your name is entered in for the drawing. Pulling out my phone and chasing somebody would have been my last thing. I would have figured out how to get to that shovel aisle. You know what I'm saying? Give me that shovel over there, yeah. Yeah, it was a dollar trade. Come on, man. They going crazy out here. I know y'all heard the story. I won't play it here, you know. But it just hit me like, how are the sequences of the event? Maybe she already had her phone out and looking at the guy, you know, or maybe I'm finna get canceled. Maybe and then she said, oh no, let me get my phone out. You got it on my leg. I'm finna get ya. Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? That's crazy. Get him, stop him. Hold him, get him.
This is where we hold them.
Like, how's this all possible? I'm trying to figure out the sequences of the event. Let me get my phone. Hey, it take me, look, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, dog. It take me about 5 to 10 minutes to get to my camera on my phone. I'm like, let me get to my camera. And I'm trying to get to my camera. All right. Now let's chase, you know. Let's chase now. Let me chase it now, you know. Know how long that take? Shoot. Bullard says 2 and 5. That's what you feeling?
Please come home. I got beans and bologna. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, man. I'm just trying to think of the sequences of the events. Riggs, man. I'm thinking too much, man. I'm thinking too much, man. We hope all is well with the situation, man. Nobody grabbed him and hold him, you know. Let me ask you something, Perry Locke or VA boy, J Business. We're going to use not the semen thing, but let's just say somebody spat on you, right? They spat on your face or something. Or are you just going to just let it just marinate on the skin and just sit there and say, man, you got me in my face, man. Let me get my camera out there. You got me in my face, man. Let me get my camera out. And now let's chase, you know, or are you just gonna wipe that off and then you're gonna get right at it? It's not like a delayed reaction. It's not like your first impulse will be, oh, you spit on me. Oh, let me get my phone and let me hit record and let me chase you, you know, let me chase you so I can know who it is. No, forget all of that. Because my opportunity right there is from Allah himself to say, hey, revenge is mine. Come on, man. My number one goal would be, okay, all right, cool. But it wouldn't be, man. Let me get my phone. Oh my gosh, man. I hope all is well with the young lady though, but it just the sequences of the events just don't add up to me, man, you know. Oh my gosh. Death King. All right, let me get on out of here, baby. Oh my gosh, man.
Oh, you gotta give him that huck too and spit on that thing.
All right, let me get it. It's on me. Let me take a selfie of it. Hey, ladies, be careful at Dollar Trees and dollar stores, man. Appreciate all of y'all, man. I would play the audio, but man, I'm definitely will be canceled then. But it's just crazy, man. The storyline, I feel sorry for her because the countenance of her voice, you know. Yeah, I feel sorry for her, you know, but like she need better friends or she need better situation awareness, you know. Yeah. She need better situations and awareness, you know. But neither here nor there. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. I truly believe that the Dallas Cowboys are a better team than what most people think. And I think that we're going to get things going for the 2024 season. But just for references, man.
Look, he fucking nutted on my fucking leg. You go to hell, bitch. Oh my God.
How is that even possible? You know, I'm not laughing at the situation, but I'm laughing at the sequences. Like, how you get to, oh boy, running, boy, 3-cone drill, boy, situation to where grab him and hold him and grab him. How is that even possible? And how you got it still on your leg? Hey, I'm gonna play without the audio. Smooth can literally get 1,000 yards behind his offensive line. Yeah. Oh boy, disappeared into the ether. Man. Yeah, we do need to store camera footages, man. You know, that's just crazy, man. All right, that was nasty and all. That was the nastiest report ever. But I just want to tell y'all, at the end of the day, be careful at those stores. And be careful and always have situation awareness of your surroundings. Keep moving. Don't be a sitting duck. Understand those things right there. Ruben's at nasty love. Gotta be quicker. Don't cancel me, but I'm trying to give you guys resources and news and information. Put them damn phones down, man. Get off of your phones and be aware of your surroundings. Position yourself in the right spots and places. Don't fall to the wayside of being too immersed into your phone like this. Because she would have been a tick faster if she wasn't recording. The damn store got cameras anyway, right? Grab them and hold them and grab them. Ain't that right, Rev? Swain said, buddy positioned himself in the right spot. Well, he's gone to jail now. He turned himself in. I think he was in Philadelphia. So that's what Philadelphia people do, huh?
Let me crack your cranium and fertilize your brain.
But at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, the Dallas Cowboys, enough said. Everybody trying to position Dak Prescott to be out of the team. The craziest thing of it is that this episode is about 15 to 20 minutes long. And if you go click on that link, you can watch the entirety of that episode, and you will hear that Shady McCoy is showing respect to Dak Prescott. Acho is showing respect to Dak Prescott. Jordan Taylor is showing respect to Dak Prescott. And that's crazy, because the same people that say that he's not good, this episode forced on people to flip all of the negative things that they said about him and said, hey, this is a quarterback that went 12-5, 12-5, 12-5. Granted, in 2022, he didn't necessarily win 12-5. The team was 12-5. But collectively, he's winning more than he's losing. And on another team, he will be viewed and seen differently. So that means to tell me that all of the things that you guys were saying on the front end was scraping of the barrel for information, for clickbait content. I'm telling you guys, don't spoil what you have by desiring the things that you don't. Because at one point in time, the thing that you very much so have are things that you wish for. Y'all wish to have a quarterback that can stand upright, that's not hurt every year, to get us to the dance, right? And speaking of dance, that's what Dak Prescott been doing. He's been dancing on them. And that's right, y'all. He's been dancing on them. He's been grooving on them. So if you want a thing bad enough to go out there and fight for it, to work day and night to give up your time, your peace, and your sleep, if all of your desires of it makes you quite mad that you don't get tired, and it makes you hold everything tawdy and cheap, if life itself seems empty and useless without it, and all that you scheme and dream is about it, if you'll gladly go out there and sweat for it or fret for it or plan for it or lose all terror of your mind, if you would simply, just simply go after the thing you want with all of your capacity, strength, sagacity, with faith, hope, and confidence, and stern pertinacity, if neither cold or poverty or famish or the fame or the sickness of your body or brain can turn you away from the thing you want, if dogged and grim and besieged and beset with the help of Almighty, you will get it, baby.
Another one.
Let's get it. Come on with it.
Emotional damage.
Yes! Here we go! Here we go! Damn. Here we go! Damn!
If we offended anyone today, charge it to our heads, not our hearts, baby. Come on.
Ready? Run from it. Destiny arrives all the same.
Shout out to Papa Jerry Jones, baby. Shout out to you, Ice Cold. One love, baby. Shout out to you, Sadiq, Marcus B, Action Power. You crazy as hell, Action Power. Come on with it. We about one love. DC for life.
Kinda check the song. Lately I just wanna run it up. Count that too, count it up, count it up, count it up, count it up. Lately I just wanna run it up. Need them ones, I need them fives, need them tens, I need that change to the safe, got blues inside.
Well, what I'm saying is that they are known knowns and that they are known unknowns.
When I play, charge it to the game. I'm with L, yeah, I'm with T, I'm with Robin now. I'm with Bay, yeah, I'm with J, yeah, I'm with Chuck and now. Still the same, I switch your sides, now it's about loyalty. You switch sides off for the bag, and that's worth more to me. I mix Nike with designer, I experiment. You just rock what's on the shelf, and I'm not feeling it. Search for the one, but baby girl, it's nothing real as this. Can't trust a soul, I keep it here with
somebody come look at this. Look at this. Somebody come and look at this. Look at this.
I love the feel, lady, I just wanna run it up. Don't need no deals, I make the deal. I have to take it to a meal, lady, I just wanna run it up. Kinda check a song. Lately I just wanna run it up. Count that too, count it up, count it up, count it up, count it up. Lately I just wanna run it up. Yeah, I just be off the dome. I never own no chrome. Too many foes and clothes. Yeah, I be at home alone. I be in zones alone.
I be on roll alone.
Yeah, I been really in the field. Let her rush, I let her feel. Lately I just wanna run it up. Don't need no deals, I make the deal. I have to take it to a meal. Lately I just wanna run it up.
Oh no.
Yeah. Kinda check a song. Lately I just wanna.
Oh my goodness.
We answered.
Breaking news.
I thought we had it, but it goes to show you who's the better team, and I'm sticking Cowboys.
You're crying.
I'm hurt. I love my Eagles. I don't believe it.
You gonna flap the hat?
Shout
one more
out to
time
Mama
for the Eagles for the
Sadiq.
hard
Appreciate you,
fighting?
Sadiq.
Let's go, Birds fly, Eagles fly. Still Super Bowl champs for now.
Too many missed tackles. Let's go.
Yes, indeed, man.
We're
Y'all
too
check
damn
out
soft. I just hate mistakes.
Trayvon Diggs video. Come on with it, baby. Come on.
Sometimes you gotta pop out and show. Certified boogeyman, I'm the one that up to score with him. Walking down whole time, I know he got some hoe in him.
Come on with it, baby. Let's slow it down for those. Come on. Hey. On the way out, be sure to hit the like. Shout out to you, Devon Griffin, for the $10 Cash App. Your name is entered into the drawing once again. Come on with it. Hey. Oh. Yo. Shout out to John.
Take a drag of my cigarette. Breathe
me out, breathe you in. Def King, baby.
Take a bite of my burger, babe. Save the last bite for you. For you. Ooh. Don't let the street lights hit you all alone. You know it's dangerous to go alone. Don't let the street lights hit you. Could I be home? Play it too.
What we tell him? I follow.
Wherever you go, whatever you do, play it too. 7 years of a perfect love, 7 more and another one, and another one. Fighting you was a one to love. 7 wonders all in one, all in one. Don't let the street lights hit you all alone. You know it's dangerous to go alone.
Them no street lights right there.
Let the street lights hit you. Could I be home? Play it too. I'll follow. Wherever you go, whatever you do, play it too. If a paper crane can fly, then forever doesn't feel that far. So far, so far. If a paper crane can fly, then forever doesn't feel that far. So far, so far. If a paper crane can fly, fly on, fly on, fly on, fly on, fly on.
Somebody said, put that street light on Dak Prescott while he doing that dance. Let me see what that look like. Hold on, bear with me, bear with me, bear with me, bear with me. Hail Mary. Run that song back for you, boy. Come on with it. What did I do? Yeah. Come on, get it, girl. Get it, girl. Get it, girl. Run that back. Run that back. Run that back again, girl. Here you go. Yeah. All right, Dak. That's your good. There you go. Come on. She like, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, girl. Come on. She got it though, huh? There we go. Come on back. And another one. Come on with it. What we tell them? Don't let the street lights hit you. You know it's dangerous to go alone. Don't let the street lights hit you. Can I be your player too? I'll follow wherever you go, whatever you do. Play it too. If a paper crane can fly, then forever doesn't feel that far. So far, so far. If a paper crane can fly, then forever doesn't feel that far. So far, so far. If a paper crane can fly, fly on, fly on, fly on, fly on, fly on.
Yeah. In the beginning. In the beginning.
Right. I want my flowers while I'm living.
In the beginning.
All right, man. We up out of here, man.
In the beginning.
Yeah. What's it? Yeah.
You having an unnatural allegiance to losers does not like you.
In the beginning. Yeah. In the beginning.
Damn! What more do you want from me?
We about